Slide 111, Lesson 6, The End is in the Beginning. Now we're going to have a look at some more examples from Scripture, more proof from Scripture that God is outside of time, and to help illustrate this Vav in more detail or from another point of view. And we're going to have a look at this verse here. I'll just read it out in Hebrew and you can see if you can follow me, and we'll have the English shortly. Zikru, Zikru, remember. Rishonot, Rishonot, the first. Ma'olam, from the beginning or from the world or from eternity, from the universe, depending on context. Ki Anochi El, for I am God, is the singular form of God, the word for God. There's El, which is the singular, and there's Elohim, which is the plural. There's a plurality to Yahweh's oneness. Zikru Rishonot Ma'olam Ki Anochi El, Ve'ayin Od Elohim Ve'efes Kamoni, for there is not, again, or ever, Elohim, God, or gods, and nothing, Ve'efes Kamoni, as me. Magid, Mereshit, telling, from the first, Achrit, the end. Makedim, and from the beginning, Asher lo na'asu, that which is not done. Omer atzati takum, saying my counsel will stand. V'kol cheftzi ehasei, v'kol cheftzi ehasei, and all my desire I will do, say. So, in English, remember the former things of old, for I am God, and there is none else. I am God, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Isaiah 46, verses 9 and 10. So, here we have the word Rishonot, the former things, and declaring the end from the beginning. Here's the word for end, Achrit, Achrit HaYamim, the end of days, or Yamim Achrim, the last days. So that's the word Achrit, the last, or the end, and Reshit, the beginning or the first. Now you may recall this word here, Reshit, beginning, in Genesis 1:1, and there we read Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz, in the beginning or in the first created God et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Is the Vav, connecting the heavens and the earth, because the Vav means and. So heavens and earth is the Vav in between. And here's this word Reshit, the first or the head or the beginning. And here it is here. Here it is here. So Yahweh declares the end from the beginning. What does this mean? This actually means that the beginning, the Aleph, is connected to the Tav. If you remember the Bible wheel, we saw the 22 Hebrew letters going around in a circle from Aleph all the way to Tav, all through the 22 letters. And the Aleph and Tav were touching each other because they weren't just in a line, they were in a circle like a ring, an engagement ring. So the end and the beginning are related. They're connected. The events of the book of Revelation, which is the last book of the Bible, are heading towards the events of Genesis in the beginning. So Genesis is the first book and Revelation is the last book. And you'll find that there's a lot of things happening in Revelation that have their roots and beginnings in Genesis. For example, in the beginning, the heavens and earth were created. Later on we read that Babel was built. Well, in the book of Revelation, Babel is destroyed. Babylon is destroyed in Revelation chapter 18. And a new heavens and earth are created. So we're going back to the beginning, aren't we? The things that are happening in Genesis are happening in the book of Revelation. We're coming full circle. Okay. Yahweh's will is finally being done on earth as it is in heaven. See, what happened in a way in the Garden of Eden, you could say that we took a detour. We took the long way home. We chose to listen to the serpent instead of our Father in heaven. And so we've been, the whole universe has been on a bit of a detour, which has all been planned by God. In a way, we've kind of fallen down in order to rise higher through Yeshua, through the Messiah. So we're going back full circle to the beginning. So in this verse in Isaiah 46:9, we see that the first things and the last things are connected. So that the end is declared in the beginning. Now you might remember the 7 feasts in Leviticus chapter 23. Well, if you read the first verse of Leviticus, the feasts are introduced by first telling us about the 7 days of the week and how God created the heavens and the earth in 6 days, and on the 7th day he rested. And that introduced the 7 feasts. So Yahweh is telling us something. He's giving us a clue. He's given us a clue that the 7 days of creation are related to the 7 feasts, which are related to his plan of redemption for the human race. Because Yeshua came as the Passover lamb. And the culmination of the feasts on the 6th day is the day of Yom Kippur, when the new covenant comes in its fullness. And Israel never sins ever again, because the law is written on our heart according to Jeremiah 31:31. So this is where things are heading towards. They're heading back to the beginning. We're coming full circle. The Aleph is touching the Tav. So therefore, we should not at all be surprised that the Vav that connects the heaven and the earth, Hashemayim ve'et haaretz, when it's put at the beginning of a verb, changes the verb's tense from the last to the first, from the past to the future, or from the future to the past. This Vav changes a verb, and we shouldn't at all be surprised, because God himself is outside of time, and he's trying to tell us something through the Hebrew grammar. He's trying to tell us something about eternity. So here we have the Vav, which is related to the past, the present, and the future. The Vav connects the past, present, and future. Haya, Hoveh, Yehyeh. And Hoveh, the present, is the fulcrum by which the past and the future are pivoted, because the word for present has the Vav in it, Hoveh. So the Vav also connects the heavens and the earth. And hopefully you'll begin to understand the power of the Vav, the sixth letter. And the sixth letter is the number of man, because man was made on the sixth day, but he's completed on the seventh day, on Shabbat. And we need to enter into the rest of the Shabbat in the Messiah, Yeshua.